This young man right here, his name is Corey Jones. Okay. I found this interesting because somebody sent it to me, and basically, essentially, the story is going viral now. Um, I did skim through it a little bit just to see what it is that he's gonna say, and I wanna be able to share this with you guys because I think it's entertaining, and I think that it's a lot of lessons to be learned from this. But his name is Corey Jones. He's recently dropped a video as of 1 year ago, but it's just now really, really starting to go viral. Okay. And the story is called I Was Married, My Divorce Story. Now, they didn't do a good enough job of scrubbing out the woman that he's talking about on this particular video because all I did was put a quick Google search on Corey Jones to be able to find a picture. I needed to use a picture for what it is that we're talking about right now in order to talk about what it is that we're going to look forward to. And they have a lot of different videos. Obviously, she's a content creator too. So she created her own YouTube channel. And he starts to talk about why it is that he got divorced. So I think that this is a very good video for us to lean into in order to better understand what it is that we're dealing with in society specifically. I am going to play his video. I might have to play it at 2 times the speed because, I'll be trying to get through this stuff. I don't be wanting to hear all of this slow talking and all of that other type of stuff. But I think it's a good video for us to tap into. So make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, tap into the Patreon, and then get your Alpha Juice Company. Again, his name is Corey Jones. I am going to share his video with you, and then we're going to get into it, all right? Let me see. You got the sad music.
I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm really about to talk about this right now. This is crazy, man. Oh my gosh.
Know how to make it dramatic. That's what's up.
Dear Corey, a time of my life that I really never talked about ever. And I just want to be transparent with you all. I want to be transparent with people that follow me, that support me, family, friends, everything like that, this story is something that I withheld to myself for so long. And some people know, and then some people don't. The people that do know, and the people that don't. And you kind of make assumptions. Nobody ever knew the full story of what happened. If you've been a subscriber and supported me since forever, so since the start of this channel, that would be 2017, you probably already knew that I was with this one woman at one point in my life. She was in some of my vlogs and things like that, videos. And I took those down from my channel, and it was an abrupt ending to those type of vlogs. It was abrupt ending to you seeing me around her and things like that. If you're new here, you probably don't even know because I don't have any pictures up, I don't have any videos up or anything. I kind of try to erase that side of my life. I want to be transparent here. So in 2017, I got married. I got married to this girl that I've been with throughout college, mostly through college. And we was together for a while, went through college together, a little bit of our adulthood as well. And, decided to jump the broom and be bonded forever, Everything felt right. Everything felt like, it was the right thing to do, the next step to do, since we've been together for a good little minute. People kind of looked up to us as that black couple in school and that couple that just stood through everything,
Let this be lesson number 1. Do not get married just because everybody likes your relationship. Do not get married because you feel like you have to do it by a specific time frame. You have to have your foundation of your relationship to be much stronger than just we've been together for a long time. The question that y'all should be asking yourself is, why are we together and why did we decide to be exclusive in the first place? Let me say this one more time as a person that's been married for almost 19 years. You don't get married just because you've been together for a long time and people look up to you as a model of what a relationship is supposed to be. I don't care if you're in college. I don't care if you 40, 50, 60 years old. The foundation of your relationship has to be much bigger and stronger than whatever it is that you're feeling at that particular moment.
So with that being said, we decided to get married.
Read super chats after shortly.
Honestly, was that the best move? At the time, it felt like it,
He said, we decided to get married. Men control access to marriage. Women control access to sex. It is your decision as a man because you are now the leader of the relationship. You're the leader of your household to determine whether or not this is going to be a good decision or a good fit for what it is that you got going on.
But, sometimes you can't let time determine what's truly going on and what's truly there. But yeah, we decided to get married and you know, take that step towards our lives. Move from an apartment into a couple of homes. I know some of you all probably seen in some of my old vlogs we moved from a house to another house, but we was renting, just trying to find a home that we liked to rent until we bought a home, but we ended up renting a home. And of course, that was in the town that my alma mater is in. So if you know, you know. So we, you know, moved in together.
I'm gonna
Everything was
speed it
going
up a little
good, and
bit.
you know, once we got married, before we got married, there really was never no hiccups or anything like that. At least that I didn't suspect. There was no type of there wasn't really any red flags to me. You know what I'm saying? I think the only red flag that was in me was like, I was like, yo, you know, we've been born and raised here, went to school here. We really need to move from this state in order to be prosperous, you know, in order to make a name for ourselves, build wealth and all that good stuff. Now, granted, I was saying that because there wasn't many there wasn't many opportunities in South Carolina for anyone recently graduating. And I was a management major, hospitality management major, started off in the hotel industry.
He was a hospitality major. Now, that is what I would call a basket weaving degree. That is what we call over here at the Millionaire Morning Show a basket weaving degree. He was a hospitality major. Okay, hospitality major. Ladies and gentlemen, I advise against going into the hospitality major educational field. That is not something that men or women should be embracing at all. It is not a useful skill in my opinion, and I've never seen anybody that went into hospitality get rich specifically. But let's continue.
Worked front desk, became assistant director of rooms very shortly after that. Still wasn't paying that much. Ended up working at the University of South Carolina as an admissions counselor, and I started off making $28,000, guys. $28,000.
He went to school, he went to college so that he can start making $28,000 a year. Yo, I can hustle up 28. Man, I could hustle $28,000 in a month. I can hustle $28,000 in a month. Don't go into being a hospitality major, okay, ladies and gentlemen. That's the point of this part.
Whopping $28,000 there, and that was a struggle because I loved the job and I loved what I did there, but it wasn't enough to provide for me and her, even though she had a job. But it was still kind of like a little bit of a struggle. So I think that kind of helped play into what happened in the marriage, maybe. But those are conversations that you don't really have.
Look, he's telling y'all. He said, "Listen, one of the things that played into the marriage was the fact that I was broke." Translation. He gave y'all all of the backstory. He said I was a hospitality major, underwater basket weaving degree. I was making $28,000 a year. Then one of the first red flags that came along was the fact that I wanted to move and I wanted to do bigger and better things, but I was only making $28,000 a year, and that factored into it. He literally just said what factored into the relationship is the fact that he was broke. What factored into the relationship, the first red flag, was that he was broke. That's the translation, all right?
Beforehand, you're kind of just going through life together, and if someone is for you, they're gonna be for you no matter what your salary is, no matter this and that connection
that's
that
not
you
true.
have. Really, should be strong enough to look past that. But anyway, let's fast forward. So
she should be strong enough to look past that. Women are hypergamous. You don't have you a real one, big dog. She can't see the vision that you had for your life. She don't see how it is that you're going to level up in a hospitality management situation. It was all good and fun when we was both broke together in college, but now you're only making $28,000 a year and you asking her to leave her family. She not feeling you, big dog. Now, the question isn't whether or not he's right or wrong. The reality is that this is what he's talking about. This is exactly what it is that he's saying, all right?
yeah, we ended up getting married, in October of 2017. Jumped the broom, everything went well, and it was good, you know what I'm saying? But let's fast forward to the beginning of 2018. So not even a year, not even barely 6 months in. It was around Mother's Day, and her family came to the house. We grilled, a couple of my family members and friends.
6 months into the relationship, after getting married, they dated all through college. They just got married 6 months in. It's around Mother's Day. They about to have a family come through. Okay, let's go.
Came to the house, we grilled out, had a good time. And, it was just a good vibe, you know what I'm saying? Being around friends, family, you're in your home, nice day outside, sunny. There's not a care in the world right now, at least for me. And I always looked at her as a person that I can trust. I always looked at her as someone that I wouldn't have to worry about, someone that had my best interest at heart. Always had the utmost respect for her because, I knew that she cared for me. That's how I truly felt. But fast forward throughout that day, You know, family was still there, and then it's getting down to the evening. You know, I'm outside grilling with her dad and stuff like that. We're having a good time, chopping it up, shooting the breeze, you know, things that family do. And as the day went on,
He
her
out there
family decided
grilling
to
with her
stay the night
dad.
with us, and we was going to go to breakfast in the morning. So the night is winding down. Everyone is going to bed. Me and her go to bed. And, you know, at this point, I'm exhausted. It's like probably 11:30 p.m. Exhausted, been grilling, been cooking, been socializing all day, just tired. So she was falling asleep, I was falling asleep. But I was kind of tossing and turning a little bit in and out. So I think I fell asleep around like 12-ish, woke back up around 1 because I just kept hearing bzz, 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 ding, ding, like messages. So I was
He out there grilling with her dad, and he getting messages. She getting messages on the phone from that D. He was out there grilling with the dad. He going to work. Listen, this is a hard working black man. I'm surprised he ain't turned red pill incel yet. This is a hard working black man. A hard working black man. He went and got his degree. He did the right thing. He married that young lady. He got a vision for his life. He wanted to be a hotel manager one day. And he was grilling with the dad, had the whole family over for Thanksgiving, got married, tied, cleaned up the house, and all he hear on her phone after he supposedly supposed to be asleep is bzz, 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 bzz. That better be your homegirl too.
like, it's 1 a.m. Usually she's not texting her girlfriends or anything like that because they got mans and husbands and stuff too. They don't be texting like that. So I was like, oh well. So I kind of turned over a little bit, and you know, I wanted to try to go back to sleep. So I went back to sleep, tried to, and still heard it. So I kind of turned back over and kind of cuddled her a little bit. And then as I was cuddling a little bit, I kind of saw her phone, and then I saw a man's name on there that I'd never seen before. So I was like,
Was his name Domino's Pizza? Was his name Ocean Prime? I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a like a sentimental story. It's got the piano playing in the background, the organ, and all of that type of stuff. Was the name on the phone Big D at Ocean Prime? Big D hanging out at Ocean Prime. Backseat shouted. Okay. All right. Let's continue. I'm just listening to the show and see, he look confused too. I'm confused just as much as he confused. All right. Let's continue.
1:30 a.m. A man's name that I don't even know. This don't even sound right. But I didn't press the issue right then and there.
Fam, you don't know no Big D shout is at Ocean Prime. All right. We know that you're not confused. You knew what it was immediately. You was just in denial.
Until I kept hearing bzz, 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 ding, ding, ding. So then I was like, yo, like, who you texting this late? And I could tell that she was kind of startled a little bit because she probably thought I was asleep or in and out of sleep or in a deep sleep. So that's what she was like, nobody, doom, doom, doom. I was like, nah, who you texting? Because I know she would tell me instantly who she texting. So, and then she wouldn't tell me. So I was like, let me see your phone. And I've never been this type of guy to go through a phone, or nothing like that. So I was like, let me see your phone, because this don't even sound right. She was like, why? She kept questioning why. So I just took the phone. So I was like, boom. Looked at the phone. There was a dude in there, and they was just having this conversation. Looked like they was having a conversation throughout the whole entire day. And I was looking, and I was seeing things like, I'm going to bring you a plate, and this and that. And
Ooh, you know that man is giving it all. Dog, he laying it down. If Shawty is talking about, I'm going to bring you a plate of what my husband and my father grilled up on the grill, how disrespectful can you be as a woman? Let's just put it in perspective, y'all. How disrespectful can a woman be to bring a man a plate that you made? You was out there sweating. You don't even like the in-laws that much. You ain't got enough to be able to talk to her father about that's actually going to make that conversation any more interesting than it's supposed to be. And this chick is going to bring her side dude that you've only been married to her for 6 months a plate that you was sweating, and you and her in-law, you and the in-law was sitting there grilling in the backyard. Y'all made corn. Y'all made ribs, you made collard greens, green beans, mashed potatoes, gravy, all of that. First of all, the men not even supposed to be cooking like that, but you've been cooking all day and working for this hussy, and she gonna bring this nigga a plate and he gonna fuck her? So wait a minute. Let's put it in perspective. You gonna bring him a plate and he gonna make you swallow the whole load. Ooh, that is some disrespect. You cuddling with her and she cuddling with it. You cuddling with her and she cuddling with it. It's a whole disposition dilemma that we are dealing with here right now.
All kinds of stuff. And I was like, what? Who is this cat?
What do you mean all kinds of stuff? And you know who he is. He the king. He's Zaddy. It's all kinds of stuff in there. Come on, man. Just tell us the whole story of what's really in there. You see BBCs. She up there doing. Y'all know how y'all do. The chicks do like this. When she do her phone like this. Jesus.
Yo, like,
Look
this
at how
is
confused
crazy.
he is.
So then she got upset because
reliving
I
it.
guess I called her. So I was like, yo, who is this? Boom, boom, boom. And this where it really got me. She was like, I was gonna tell you. I was like, tell me what?
Let me stop here and read a couple super chats. Shout out to Jay Woodfin says, I say when I think you might be off, my G, you cooking today. Shout out to Jay Woodfin is in the building with the 10 ball. I appreciate you for holding me down, big dog. Julian Rooks, my dog, says they gonna drive up the crime weight with that BS talking about over there in Chicago. Shout out to Julian. I appreciate you for the 10 ball. Throughout the show, I continuously read the super chats just to be able to show my appreciation and thank you to you guys for supporting what it is that we doing over at the platform. Thanks, Jules. I appreciate you, big dog. Let me get back into this. I had to take a breather just for a second because this man is, you can tell he reliving it as he telling his story right now.
What exactly was you gonna tell me? You know what I'm saying? So then, since family is in the house, we decided to go outside because we didn't want to make a ruckus and all this inside since family was staying the night. So we went outside, talked, walked the block, boom, boom, boom. And it's just, she was just telling me about.
Y'all ain't got no kids? It'd have been some furniture. You gonna take, that's how I'd have been talking to her. What you mean, let's go outside and be quiet? You gonna take the whole load? Man, look at what this nigga's sending you. You know, I'll make a whole scene. Ain't no kids involved. Y'all ain't got no kids? We gonna make a whole scene. I want your daddy to know that you sucking dick. That's what I want to know. Mr. James, your daughter been sucking dick and she trying to take him over a plate over there. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know about y'all. I'm not trying to not cause a scene. I'm knocking on your daddy's door to let him know that his daughter is a hoe. His daughter belongs to the streets, to the pavement. Mr. James, you know your daughter is for the streets. I'm not even tripping no more because it ain't like we got no kids. You saved me the trip to the divorce court. Don't worry about it because I only make $28,000 a year. I'm glad that you got me when I was broke and I ain't got no kids with you so that I can remove you from my YouTube channel and we can keep it moving because you turned me into a monster and you can keep it moving because you turned me into a... Hey, Mr. James, your daughter belongs to the streets and she a hoe. And y'all can get the fuck out of my house right now. You and her. You take whatever it is that you came with and you disappear. I will be okay. I'd rather live on the street than have you suck a dick than coming home and kissing me in my mouth. I'm going to make a whole scene. I'm making a whole scene. Ain't no we about to go outside and discuss this silently. No, we going to discuss this publicly because you was out there having sex publicly in the Walmart parking lot. And so now me and you going to have a conversation about what really happened. And you're going to confess to your family. You're going to confess in front of everybody.
About the situation, this and that. And the weird thing about this is I never suspected that any of this would ever happen. But
I'm reading super
I
chats.
realized once she started hanging out with these new friends of hers, all of her friends was married, but all of them had bad marriages. Either the wife was cheating on the husband or the husband was cheating on the wife. And I was like, she shouldn't be hanging with them, but I can't control who she hang with. Like, she just got
another beta male moment. I was like, she shouldn't be hanging with them, but I can't control who she hang with. Fam, if your girl is hanging out with hoes for the streets, what you think she gonna do next? Who you think that she being influenced by on a regular basis? He literally just said it. He just gave the blueprint for why his hoe turned into a hoe. Every single chick that she hanging out with is for the streets. What you think, that she ain't for the streets too? You don't think that she's sharing stories with them in the same way that they sharing stories with her? Oh, she the only good one, right? She the only good one. Yo chick is hanging out with other hoes that got bad marriages and is cheating on their husbands. But she coming home like, yeah, and I'm the only good one. She the anomaly. She special. She the special one. I can't believe that y'all are this naive. Y'all, fellas, y'all have a third eye, a keen sense on every single thing that y'all can sense when a dude trying to set you up in the streets and is trying to rob you. You know when your boss is hinting at the fact that you about to get laid off. You know every single thing in the world. I mean, good God almighty. I see y'all up on these panels talking about how y'all able to identify and spot the flags. But you ain't able to spot the fact that she hanging out with the chicks for the streets, but she the only innocent one. She the one that's trying to bring them back to Jesus. And y'all don't even go to church. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
At these new group of friends where everybody had something going wrong in their marriages, and yet we're newlywed, and she's seeing this and that, and they're probably influencing her to do this. So all kind of stuff like this is going through my head. And it just made me realize, like, this is crazy. This is not the end of it, but at that moment, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I really couldn't process anything. It's about to get good. So after we had a little walk, went back in, went to sleep. Woke up that morning, and I just had a bad feeling in my gut. And we were supposed to go to breakfast with her parents. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel right.
You just looked at her phone and you seen that BBC. What you mean you got a bad feeling in your gut? You know that it's a strong possibility that she took the whole load and she didn't even brush her teeth when she get home. That's not a bad feeling. That's called diarrhea, okay? That's what they effectively diagnose as the watery guts. Shout out to my dog, Steph is so cold. That's one of my guys in real life. Steph is my dog. Them sweet, he was digging in them sweet, watery guts. Them sweet, them salacious, sweet, watery guts. That's what he was doing. He was digging out them guts. All right? That's not a bad feeling that you got. That's not your stomach hurting. That's called diarrhea, sir. Okay? I want to see if he went to breakfast. Connie Mathis says, Anton, bro, you stay dropping jewels. I don't even know where y'all be finding these videos from that y'all be sending me, but keep on coming. Keep on emailing me this good old content for us to be able to look at and be able to learn from so that y'all can more effectively vet who it is the spouse is supposed to be. Shout out to Silver Lion. Silver Lion says, no talk needed, inside or outside. Just packing her shit while I'm waking up her parents to get them all out of my house. Here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. This is the part that we skipping out on, Silver Lion. He still went back to sleep. They went outside, had a discussion, and then he skipped that part. They went in the house and they went to sleep, and then they still supposed to go to breakfast in the morning? Wait. Whether you go to breakfast or not, are you telling me that you went to sleep? You tossed and turned next to this hoe. She slept in the bed next to you, had a discussion. You went through her phone and you still went to sleep next to her? Man, that hoe would have been outside immediately. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Go get in your raggedy ass car and get the hell out of my house. This dude still went to talking about I had a bad feeling. Yeah, because she just told you that she cheated on you. What is wrong with these people?
Going to breakfast, had to fake like I was sick because this situation really threw me for a loop. You know what I'm saying? So my mom couldn't make it to
NICU grad. He only making $28,000 a year. He don't got no money. What you mean pay her half? If you're going to get rid of her now. This is the perfect time. They don't have no kids, and he broke, and he working at the hotel as the front desk staffs person. This is, what you mean he got to pay her half? Ain't no half. Ain't no alimony, ain't no spousal support, ain't no nothing. Ain't no child, ain't nothing. Get your shit, get the fuck out of my house, and I'm going to tell your daddy you for the streets.
The Mother's Day cookout. So we ended up going to my mom's spot in Sumter. So had to fake the funk there. Had to fake the funk like everything was going good. Car ride, not really talking. On the way back, talked a little bit about what was going on. And then we got back in the home. And then that's when we really had a conversation later that night where, you know, like, okay, what's up? What happened?
24 hours go by?
What's the relationship? How y'all know each other? Boom, boom, boom. Come to find out, I remember about 3 months before, me and her started like going to the gym together, things like this. And she was telling me about this trainer that had this new program. And she was like, yo, we should go to this camp since we're going to the gym. It'll be cool for us to go as a couple, boom, boom, boom. I was like, all right, cool.
And she invited you to meet the dude that's laughing at you behind the scenes. He probably tapping the other trainers like, yeah, nigga, I bust down his chick. She thick too. She got them sweet watery guts too. Don't tell me she invited you to meet the trainer, the nigga that's busting her down. Good grief. He busting her down and he getting her fit?
Never ended up going, but I guess she continued to talk to the trainer. So the guy was a trainer. And
oh Jesus.
And so they kind of had a little bit of history, and he knew that she was married. And of course, dudes don't really care like that. It's up to the woman to neglect that. So I can't even be mad at the dude. Like, I'm mad.
That's the first thing that he said that actually is a real moment. Don't be mad at the dude, be mad at your chick. Don't check the dude, check your chick. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It ain't my fault that your chick came. Don't hate the player, hate the game, because it ain't my fault that your chick came, homie. That's the first real thing that I done heard him say thus far.
At the disrespect for him to come at a married woman, but I can't be mad at him because he can only do what she allows. So at that point, I was like, boom, we newlyweds, we got to try to
he
get through
paying
this, you
for
know
her
what I'm saying?
membership.
The old me in this situation would be like, nah, it's dead right then and there. I was like, since we newlyweds and since we just got married and since you're supposed to try to work through things, I'm going to try to work with you. So I was like, look.
Oh my God. This story should have been over immediately. There's no reason why we should still be listening to him. This dude said, we're newlyweds and we're going to try to work through it. If y'all was 10 years in with a kid, I could tolerate you trying to do it for the kid's sake because you don't want to give up half your money. You don't want to pay child support. And you don't want your kid to be ruined as a result of it. I could even consider it then. You're a newlywed, you're broke, and she's fucking the trainer. And bringing him a plate and taking the whole load. Oh my God, what is wrong with us? No. He ain't got no friend. This is what happens when, oh Jesus. It's not till death do us part when you don't have no kids and you only 3 months in. Because he said she was talking to him 3 months into the marriage. That's as far as he knows. We don't know what she did in college. We don't know when they was together. We don't know when she first got married. If they did what did they did when the medieval times when the guards can go in and bust your wife down as soon as you get married in order to consummate the marriage? We don't know what was happening. That chick probably got an OnlyFans today for all that we know. Come on, man. Don't you try to work it out with a chick that you only been married to for 3 months that's busting down the trainer. Come on, man.
We can get through this, but I'm gonna need you to delete this guy off social media. I'm gonna need you to delete the number. I'm gonna need for you to lose all connection with this guy if you're not interested in this guy. If you want to be with this guy and you're interested, let me know now, and we can talk about all of that. You know what I'm saying? And we can move away from each other, whatever. But let me know. So she's like, no.
I'm reading super chats
2 days later. I remember getting home before her, and she's not home yet, but her iPad is in the room. I just got home, took a shower, about to take a nap, and I see her.
He's scoring now. He's listen. The angels of God will not allow you to continue to ignore the signs. Now you're curious. Now everything is a red flag. Now you paying attention. Anything that's off. Now you getting home early all of a sudden. Man, I don't even know how he still is able to lay next to her. Jesus Christ. It's called prima nocta. That is right, Judge Zilla. It's called prima nocta. This is bad. Jamil Pugh says, in the infamous words of Jesse Lee Peterson, beta. Shout out to my dog Mel Duke. He said he act like he's salvaging them from torn up guts. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine somebody before you even really consummate the marriage? You don't even know what her insides fully feel like. And Chasey Beat says, she said, I was going to tell you. And I'm not, I'm sorry. Now he getting home early. He can't even do his job. He can't even do his job correctly. He about to get fired from work because he leaving work early in order to get to the iPad. Okay.
Her iPad is on my nightstand, and then
and she's still going to the same gym.
I see this guy, the same guy, number through iMessage popping up on the iPad. I was like, I thought she was gonna stop talking to this dude. Like,
no, she dog. Do you know what he did to her? He monster mashed that. Dog, he grabbing her in ways she ain't never been grabbed before. He doing things to her that she ain't never experienced before. He's showing her things that she's never seen before. Okay? You thought that you was the only one, but he the one that's exercising it out for you. You thought that she was coming home with some new tricks because she was innovative? You thought that she just came up with that on her own? All of a sudden, her gag reflex ain't there no more. He trained her. He trained her. He made her. He's making her a more sufficient woman for you, sir. She not yours. It's just your turn. And now it's his turn. And then he gonna give her back to you. Don't worry about it. You the one that's gonna pay the bill for it. You paying that iPad monthly payment for.
What's going on? So I tapped on, opened the iPad. She was like, I'm on the way home. Don't text me. Let me text you. And at that moment, that's when I know I got a problem on my hands. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you do not want this
you
problem.
had a problem.
You do not want your...
Give me a second, y'all. Let me just give me a minute. He said at that moment, I knew I had a problem on my hands. So you didn't know you had a problem on your hands prior to that when her phone was going off and you was going through it and you was seeing all of the messages. You didn't know that you had a problem on your hands the night before when all of the in-laws was over and you had them sweet watery guts. Who frat is this? Somebody said that this is my frat. Somebody tell me who frat this is. I just need to know. I need to know who frat this is. Aaron says the training team deflowered his wife. Jesus Christ. Ruckus says trainer was definitely make her do burpees. Silver Lion says action happens when this dude sleeps and naps and when he awake on her lunch break. Brock says pass the love offering. He definitely need a coaching call, bro. I bet you he's still the same way. He's still broken. He's still trying to get out of it. I can hear it in his voice. 6 years later, because he said this happened in 2017. He's just now telling the story. And he just now erasing her from his YouTube channel and all of his Instagram pictures and stuff. Oh.
A woman going behind your back, sneaking, lying, and doing all this, and you just got married and trying to work on things to that, and I'm willing to give you another chance. So when she got home, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. She got home, she took a shower, boom, 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 and she said she was going to dinner.
Let me tell you how he was sitting at when she got home. This is how he's sitting when she got home. So you bought the bottle of beer, huh? So what's his name? This is him when she got home. He was sitting there like this. So you still texting him? So you're not gonna give him up? So where you been at today? Huh? So you think everything is just, oh yeah? You went to work, what'd she say? Your boss gonna give you a promotion? Word. This nigga was sitting in there in the dark. He couldn't get his mind right, and so he just sat in the dark, and now he waiting in there like this. So what's going on? So you think you slick, huh? You think you slick, huh? So you still texting him? I seen your little iPad. Oh, you didn't know you left your iPad at home, huh? I seen your little iPad on the desk. You didn't know that it was still tied into your number. Okay. So you still gonna go work out today, huh? Okay, I got you. Let's see what his reaction was.
With one of her friends. I said, all right, go to dinner. Go to dinner with I don't know if she was with the friend or him. I don't know. But I already had the intel that I need that they was going to continue to communicate. So then when she left, I opened the iPad up again and I noticed that they was trying to plan going to the mountains together in North Carolina and trying to figure out a way for her to get there and this and that. I'm like, yo, that's when it hit me. That's when it hit me, man. Like, as a man, that's the worst feeling you can ever feel. When you've been disrespected, lied to, betrayed by someone that you love. And I never, ever.
No. That's not the worst feeling. Thank God for you, she didn't give you all of the details of what happened when she was gone on her lunch break. Thank God for you. that she didn't tell you all of the details of what was happening on her lunch break. You keep trying to figure out why she coming home smelling good every day. It's not because that's the way that she left. That's the way that she did because she had to take a shower at the gym in order to get home to wash out all of that. Let me stop. Let me stop. This is the morning show, not the late night, evening, after hours show. I'm reading super chats throughout the show. Let's continue.
Felt pain like this a day in my life. And still to this day, I still haven't felt a pain that I felt when I saw those messages.
He's
and when I
still
realized she
broken.
was lying,
He's
and
still
I
broken.
never felt that type of pain. At that moment, I just remember dropping down to the bed and just crying, bruh. I was crying out of anger, upset. I didn't
This nigga was Trey from Boys in the Hood. I can't believe you done this to me. Oh, oh my God. She got home and he was like this. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, oh. I'm so glad that I can share these moments with you guys because I'll be watching, yo, dog. Do you know y'all be sending me these videos and sometimes I'll be watching some of them and this is the exact same way. I'll be laying in the bed watching these on my way to sleep and I laugh the same way when I be watching this stuff. It's so much more enjoyable to be able to share it with you guys. It's so much more enjoyable to be able to laugh with. When I see all of the laughing emojis inside of the chat, make sure y'all hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. Nobody does it the way that we do it over here at the Millionaire Morning Show. When I see all of the laughs in the chat, it means that you take just as much joy in watching these personal stories as I do. You guys take just as much joy in listening to these personal stories as I'll be cracking up. And Rita be like, oh, you so mean. And I just can't stop laughing. It takes everything in me. I laugh myself tired to sleep when I be watching these videos. And I don't know why. I think something is wrong with me. I don't have that empathy that everybody else has. I think that this is a learning moment for them. Persevere Dated TV says, somebody sleeping in my bed. My bed. Centennial G says, damn, this is my frat brother from the almighty Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. Oh, no, he making a fraternity look bad out here in these streets. No words, but M.A.B. Jones, there were signs you probably ignored. Stay up, Blue. Stay vigilant next time around. I'm glad dude bounced back. Oh, thanks for all you do, AD. Thank you for the fireball. I appreciate it. Danielle Harris says, sitting in the dark looking like an unlocked character. You know he need about 20 more kills in order to unlock that character on Call of Duty. Blaze Skywalker says, she the devil. And oh man, this is so funny. Was was the Jodeci a cry or was it a Luther Vandross cry? It was an R. Kelly cry.
know how to feel. Like I really didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to talk to anybody about it because what happens in your home stays in your home until it's final. So I had to deal with this by myself. It was just me and her. I wasn't talking to nobody about it. I was just talking to myself about it. Coworkers was asking, like, why do I look this way and that way? And I could not explain it because it's like I didn't want to put information out there without things being.
Nigga, you know you need to hurry up and check in them hotel guests. Get off your stop crying. All of the staff and the cleaning ladies and the room service keepers are saying, oh, Corey, what's wrong? And you over there pouting, knowing these people need their room keys. Get up there and check them hotel guests in with your $28,000 a month making butt And you still, and he didn't even say he put her out the house. He just said he went to work and he was crying.
Final, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of dude. And that's why it took me so long to make this video or even tell people what happened, because for so long, since 2017, I've lost followers that was connected to me and her because they think that I did something. I've lost some of her friends that was my friends too that think that I did something. You know, like, people automatically assume, oh, if they divorced or this and that, the man did something. But in this situation, I did not do anything. I never physically abused her, emotionally abused her. I've done all I could for this girl, with this girl. I've never
You should have left
like,
her for the streets, bro.
so for anybody out there that thought I did something, you know what I'm saying? That's
If y'all need, see, he being too nice. I'd have been like, listen, for all of y'all that tried to throw me under the bus, fuck you. I would have just been saying it straight up the way that it called. Man, listen, your daughter's a hoe, your friend is a hoe, your sister is a hoe. I can't say your mama's a hoe, but everybody that's associated with her, your hoe is a hoe. Okay? Your hoe is a hoe. I don't give a freak about your friends. I don't care nothing about your daddy. Them ain't my parents. I don't even know her. She for the streets. She for the streets.
y'all, but I'm telling y'all the story. But let's go back. So at this moment, when she got back, she could tell that I was pissed. And I was like, you know something? What's going on? I know that you're still talking to this dude, this and that. We got into a huge arguing match or whatever. So at
You sitting in the dark and you asking her questions.
this moment, I decided to try to figure out a way for us to not be in this situation right now.
He had to be raised by his mama. He had to be raised by his mama. For sure, for sure.
It's heated in the house. We're arguing. We're looking at each other weird. I didn't like this feeling. I was like, yo, look. And this is probably the worst thing that I could ever do.
Arguing? It's supposed to be one way. You the one that fucked up.
Situation. I was like, look, I'm gonna get you a hotel room for 2-3 days. You go there and you think about everything. You know what I'm saying? You saying you sorry. You saying you apologize. You saying that you don't want to talk to this guy. You think about it. You think about what you actually want. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not about to have.
You go to the hotel room where he can come and bust you down. I'm going to get you a free hotel room, my Hilton Honors discount, my Marriott discount, so you can go and think about your actions and think about what you want out of this situation. Oh my God. What is wrong with y'all? Oh my God. Oh my Jesus. I see how y'all get played. I see why people feel so comfortable finessing y'all, because y'all are so easily taken advantage of and played. Oh my God. I haven't heard a story like this. This dude is the king. He is literally the king. I'm reading super chats in a minute. This guy is the king. I usually would end the show around this time, but I'm not. I'm going to finish this whole thing. I need to know what the heck is going on. This is crazy. You're crying at work and now you get in their hotel rooms? Oh, no. My God.
Have you in this house lying and doing all this and going behind my back. I'm gonna get you a hotel room for 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? And you go and you think about everything. Think about what has happened, how this is affecting what we have going on. You know what I'm saying? And you think about that.
You think about it. You
So
stand in the
2-3 days
corner.
come back. She come back to the crib. I instantly notice another change. She had this look on her face. She's very cold. She's very, like, this is a side of her that I've never seen before. Like, it's a whole new person. I was like, what happened? Like, what's going on? And then out of prying and things like that, she just broke out crying and said she invited the dude to her hotel room.
What did you think was going to happen? Oh my. What did you think was going to happen? Nick, I said that. Oh my gosh. Dog, this is like a whole movie. This is a whole movie. What did you paid for a hotel room, and what did you think was going to happen? I'm going to try to predict this. Honest to God, on my father's grave, I have not watched this video. I watched the first 2 minutes of the video. We are literally at minute, 19? In order to substantiate that it was something worth reviewing. I'm going to predict what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to be right or not. I don't know. This is like the worst Tyler Perry movie I've ever seen in my entire life. He came over. She not going to tell you he bust her down. Yo. Dog, you know how little respect a woman got to have for a dude in order to come home and tell you that she invited the man that she cheating with to her hotel room, do you know how little respect that a woman has got to have for you to voluntarily want you to kick her out the house and give her a hotel room? I'm reading Super Chat shortly. Give me a second, John. Let me cook. You know how little respect that she's got to have for you to come home and voluntarily tell you that she invited the dude to his hotel room? Let me guess what's happening. He come over, he busts her down, then he say, you for the streets, I don't want you no more, and now she gonna come back to you. His name is Corey Jones. Make sure y'all tell him that Anton reviewed this video if y'all go over there. Do you know how disrespectful it is for a woman to come home and admit and volunteer the idea that she had? Okay. Calm down, Anton. You're going to read the Super Chat shortly. We got to get through this video.
And I was like, why? She was like, just to talk. Just to talk? And what happened? Oh, he tried to kiss me, blah, 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 but nothing happened. Okay, all right. And that was the last straw. I was like, at this moment, this is done. We done. We are done. I cannot do this, you know what I'm saying? But I did set up a therapy session for us. Tried the therapy session. That didn't go too well.
Then you wasn't done. Then you were not done. 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 Good Jesus, God Almighty.
And then eventually she was just like, she gonna move out. So she moved out the house. And as I told you, I wasn't making that much, so I couldn't afford the payments myself. So
she involuntarily kicked you out of your own house by moving out the house. Good Jesus, God Almighty. This story is like the worst story. The only thing worse is if it was like six, feels like three of them butt fucking her at the same time. That's the only way that this story could get any worse.
She moved out, and then I was forced to move to Charlotte with my sister and commute back and forth every single day from Charlotte to Columbia, South Carolina to work every single day, while she had the means to, afford a little apartment or something like that on her own.
And she was making more money than you? Ooh.
I couldn't afford that at the moment. Had credit card bills and stuff like that with our name in it and things like that. And it was just crazy. So she moved out, got her own place, and just left me there. You know what I'm saying? And I decided, like, that's probably best anyway. But it was no hesitation. She got her place, moved out, moved in her apartment, and I was commuting back and forth.
And she had a man coming over, and he was doing the nasty with her mouth.
From Columbia to Charlotte to my sister's place, staying on the couch. And I don't know if y'all remember, but I took like a 3-month hiatus from YouTube, trying to get my life together. And then I ended up moving to Atlanta because I took on a new job, and I stayed with my cousin for a couple of months till I got on my feet, saved some money and things like that. And even though we wasn't together and we decided to separate,
reading Super Chat shortly,
it just felt so bad in me I just felt like a failure, And this is the only time in my life where I legit felt like a failure, like something failed in my life. Something so big, one of the biggest moments, being married, being in a relationship, and trying to build things, and then it just failed. I legit felt like a failure. So when I moved to Atlanta, you probably could ask my cousin, like he had like him and his wife and his kid stayed, and I had a room upstairs, and I would be in that room all the time. I didn't want to go out. I did not. I was just in this state of mind where I just felt like a failure, man. I just felt like a failure, and that was that, man. I was like,
this is sad. Yo, I'm starting to feel he need a coaching session. I hope he's not still in his mindset.
What can I do? I was trying to figure out ways, like, what can I do to make the situation better? But it was nothing that I could do.
You still trying to make the situation better? Look at his face. In 2023, this happened in 2017. In 2023, he's still he replaying this. She's going to take up real estate in his head for the rest of his natural born life. She's going to have real estate in this dude's head for the rest of his life. I see y'all with the Super Chats. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to be reading every single Super Chat because I got to get y'all thoughts on this.
And as a man, as a husband, you always want to try to do your best to make the situation better. But I couldn't figure it out, so I tried one more last attempt. I was like, yo, our anniversary is coming up. It's like when we first met.
Man, don't you realize that she want to be in the streets? man. She was Lori Harvey before Lori Harvey was Lori Harvey. Oh my God. What did she do to this dog? She is taking a whole nother penis into her vagina and her mouth and every other hole that she has. Why are you chasing this chick for the streets? Leave her where you found her, my nigga. Oh, man. Oh, fellas, we need to. Gentlemen, gather round. Gather round. I'm going to do it the way we used to do it in church. Form a prayer circle. Everybody grab hands and form a prayer circle. Let's pray for it. Sister Betty Jones, can you go get the olive oil? Open up all of the doors so that we can get the demons up out of here when we pray it up out of this guy. Lord, in your son's name, we come to you on the behalf of Corey Jones, asking, I'm still starting the stupid chats because I'm still holding these imaginary hands, asking that you intercede on his behalf. Don't let him continue to chase these women for the streets. Don't let him turn hoes into housewives. Bless him to let her go. Let her go. Let her go. Bless Corey to let her go. Don't let him continue to chase these women for the streets and then try to make them into housewives. Don't let her give up the Gawk Gawk 3000 and then come home and kiss Corey in the mouth, Lord. You see it. We know that you are all knowing. We know that you have a plan. We know that your ways ain't our ways, Lord. That's how they pray for it in the black church. We know that your ways is so far from our ways, but no matter what, we pray for this in your son's name. In your son's name. Whew. Corey, come home. Come on home, Corey. Come on home, Corey. Good Jesus, God Almighty. I might have to make this a whole separate clip.
I want to give one last attempt at this, because one thing about me, I'm going to do my best. So I know that I didn't give up. I didn't give up on the situation. I didn't do anything. So I was like, look, for our anniversary, we're going to go down to Myrtle Beach. And for that weekend, we're just going to vibe. We're going to see what's going on. So I got us a resort at Myrtle Beach, had the room decked out nice or whatever, had some roses delivered to the room to be there by the time we got there, had some catering options and things like that set up so we can go out, eat and things like that. And I could just tell eventually that was going to be the last time that we had a trip or a time together. Something shifted, you know what I'm saying? Once that trust is breached, once a mistake and once something like that happens, it's like hard to come back from that. It's very hard to come back from that. Like I'm a big person on respect, support, trust, all that stuff. And once that is breached, I can't really go back and revert, but I tried. And I think that's what made me okay with like knowing that I've done all I can in that situation. Because even though she made a mistake, even though this and that happened, I still was willing to try to make things.
That's not a mistake, sir. It's not a mistake. She was riding that D. Future probably got her now. Future, she trying to work her way up the ladder to Drizzy Drake. The homies probably done did what it is that they need to do. The Phoenix Suns, you heard about the Phoenix Suns and what they do to these chicks. Future probably got her. The homies is doing what the homies do to chicks for the streets. You trying to make her your housewife, bro?
It's work. Because as a husband, as a man, you have to try. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, through thick and thin, till death do his part, you got to try. You know what I'm saying? So I rested comfortably knowing that I tried, and I tried to give it my best. But, people make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a mistake that cost us a huge decision of our lives, to be divorced and not be together. And, to this day, do we talk every day? No. Do we talk all the time? No. You know what I'm saying? If I seen her, I'll be cordial. But I can't envision myself wanting to go through something like that again, and I don't want anybody to go through that again. So yeah, I think,
the only reason that she not with him, because let's be clear, y'all, she could have continued this relationship and continued to cheat on him. He just not a high value man in her mind. Don't matter what his life turned out to be like. Don't matter if he ever blow up on YouTube or any of this other type of stuff. The only reason that she's not still with him and still cheating on him is because she genuinely didn't give a fuck about him. If she valued him, she would have stuck with him, even tried to make change behavior. Now, I'm not advocating for any man to stick with any woman in the streets, especially if you ain't got kids with her. But let's be clear. She wanted to get rid of this dude, and he was still chasing her, still trying to be with her. Regardless of what happened, he was still chasing the streets. She could have still been with him. She would have adjusted her behavior. Oh, snaps. Okay, so the iPhone I can't do it on my iPad. Let me unlock that at all. She could have made adjustments, figured out her game, but she just didn't care. He sent her to the hotel in order to get bust down again.
After about 4 years, I'm finally comfortable talking about this.
After
Because
4
for so
years.
long, it felt like a failure, you know what I'm saying?
You
And
sitting up
of
here with
course,
a
she
black-
mentioned some things that she felt like were pain points for her. Like she mentioned me once I started my YouTube channel that I wasn't paying her any attention, which to me is a little bit skewed a little bit because for one, I would include her into my vlogs. I would try to include her into different processes of the YouTube. Like granted, of course, editing takes time and shooting takes time, but that's not all day, you know what I'm saying?
But the trainer got time.
She mentioned sometimes when show was on, I wasn't paying attention to the show. I was in my phone. But if it's a show that I don't really like, I'm in there with you. I'm just not paying attention to the show like that. But I'm still right next to you, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not off in another room watching something else secluded. Like I'm still in the living room, still up under you with you watching the show. I'm just on my phone answering emails. Or I might bring my laptop down and edit on my laptop instead of upstairs or something like that. You know, so she was bringing up little things like that. And I feel like if it was truly a problem, then it should have been mentioned instead of going out and doing who knows whatever.
This is insane.
You know? The way my life has been going since that, you know, once I got on my feet, moved to Atlanta, my life has been skyrocketing. You know what I'm saying?
Look. He did the women thing. Look, I really just focused on becoming a better me. That's what women say. Nia Long said the same thing when she got messed up from Ime Udoka. You know, it's just me time. You know, it's my season. I just focused on becoming a better me.
Focus more on my YouTube, became a creator up next in 2019 for YouTube, had several opportunities with brand partnerships, this and that.
YouTube felt sorry for this nigga. All right, so I got to come up with a story in order for YouTube to promote my shit. Now this nigga is going viral. YouTube showing him love because somebody at YouTube said, oh, man, we got to give him some love because this dude is simping out. And so now this motherfucker is the YouTube creators up next program and shit like that. All right, let me make me up a fucking story. I need a scandal popping up somewhere. Rita, you ready to play this role so that we can pretend like we got a scandal going on so that we can be the creators up next? Because if this is how you get on, then okay. All right. Okay.
New job, new apartment, all of this, like, and I would just attest that to God, you know what I'm saying? Even through all that, I prayed, you know what I'm saying? Like,
God ain't got nothing to do with this. God ain't got nothing to do with what it is that we witnessing right now.
I kept faith that things would be better for me, you know what I'm saying? And even for her, you know, I still want things to go well for her. I want her to find somebody that she could be happy with, and, you know, I want that for her. So I don't have...
Nope. I want you to be miserable for the rest of your life. I'm not praying for your happiness. I'm not praying for your success. I don't want you to get a good job. I don't want none of that. If you do me dirty, it's on. I don't want the best for you. I don't want you to be happy. I don't want to be friends. Don't call my phone. Stop kicking it with me. You are for the streets. What is wrong with this? No, I have never covered this before, SD. Trust me, I would know if I covered this. What is wrong with this man? You need to become a monster. In order to free yourself, you got to become a monster. I'm reading super chats in a minute.
Have any animosity or any ill will towards her. But since that, I think sometimes God make you go through things so you can see the other side and so you can be a better you. Because honestly, I don't know if I would be where I'm at today without going through that situation. I'm a better man. I make better decisions. I'm successful. I'm a young black king out here, you know what I'm saying? And I can't say back then that I was that, you know? I was striving for it.
I can put up some pictures of him driving a A4 Audi and putting a suit on, putting his Sunday's best on. Nigga, that don't mean that you a young king. Come on, man. Snap out of that dark space.
But now I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is everything that I dreamed of, I now have. And, you know, it feels good. Yeah, I just wanted to share this story, man, because I held it in for so long. And I was like, dang, I need to share this story, you know, and appreciate all y'all for listening. And
listen to the piano.
Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for rocking with me through all this, man. It's crazy. And I hope none of you all ever have to go through anything like that, like I did. And yeah, that's just that. But thank y'all for rocking with me, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.
Oh, and the piano sped up. I'm going to send him a free box of Alpha Juice Company in order for him to get himself together. because this is truly sad. This is truly a sad day in 2023 of the YouTube sphere.